Welcome to Women on the Trails podcast. I'm Emily, founder of Trail Bloom, women's mountain bike and clothing brand designed for comfort, fit and confidence on the trails. Today I'm chatting to Roanna from Girls That Ride Bikes, and we're talking all about their Weekender, a cycling event that brings women together across road, gravel and mountain biking, and why events like this matter so much. So welcome, Roanna. It's lovely to see you again. We have been chatting a little bit off screen, haven't we, but if you could introduce yourself and introduce the Weekender to us, that'd be great.
Thank you for having me on your podcast. The Weekender is a chance to get everybody together from all over the country. It's quite nice. We have monthly and weekly rides from the Girls That Ride Bikes, but actually this is an opportunity to have people join us further afield, come and have a nice weekend and camp out, bring a camper van, and get involved in everything from ride outs, stand-up paddleboarding, and also wood-fired sauna, river dips, and yoga and Pilates, and some inspirational talks and live music. It's a really fun weekend.
Yeah, I attended last year, which was your first year, wasn't it? And it was, the vibe was just lovely. Like, it was so nice. There seemed to be something for everybody. How did you start Girls That Ride Bikes? How did that come about?
Yeah, so Girls That Ride Bikes started really after my husband and me had children, and I realised I'd lost my riding partner because we just spent weekends going to bike parks and like exploring together. And I was kind of out riding on my own again, and I was using Strava quite a lot, and I had a kind of local competition with some other female riders in the area. And then eventually we kind of all started riding together, which was quite fun. It's what started with chasing kind of quans.
You did the mountain, yeah.
Became like a community of women, and that was really great. So kind of Strava kind of led that to us meeting each other, because you just don't really know many people in the area, and then you meet a few, and then those few introduce you to more, and all of a sudden there was about 50 in the WhatsApp chat, not before long. And now we've got nearly 200, which is incredible.
Anyway, that's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, and just to think there's that many women. Like, someone came to our ride last night on one of our rides. She lives literally a couple of miles away, and you just think, how are these people still coming from?
Yeah,
like, you've have met everybody, but we still haven't. Like, it's amazing when you just meet more and more people, and share that kind of love of riding together, and it's really brilliant.
and you were saying you go to bike parks. Is mountain biking your kind of where you started cycling?
Yeah, so that's kind of where I started. Me and my husband would do kind of bike parks as our kind of thing that we used to do on weekends, and we'd go on bike park kind of holidays, and kind of exploring on mountain bikes mainly. We did quite a lot in New Zealand and Australia, as well as like a lot of like Wales used to be our favourite go-to place. But over COVID, it was interesting how that kind of changed, where you actually started exploring where you live more, and having kids as well, being closer to home. And then I started finding out more about gravel and being able to like ride all the way to the beach from here, which was really fun, because I think we're probably an hour from any beach really in a car, but being able to cycle there by having, a gravel bike or a road bike, all of a sudden you realize you can get further, which I didn't get through mountain biking, which I love mountain biking. It's my predominant kind of, I always say I'm a mountain biker over gravel or road, but actually I love where gravel and road take you.
Yeah, you can definitely get more miles, can't you? We were literally just saying that off camera before, but you don't mountain bike for distance generally.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So starting that community, that's amazing how quickly that's grown, and just having 200 women within your area is just phenomenal, because we are a rare breed, especially mountain bikers. But what led to the Weekender? How did you come, where was the ping moment that thought we need to do this?
Yeah, I think it was just chats with women where you kind of get that buzz off each other, and you think, oh, what we're creating is really special. How do we expand that to reach more people? And you almost kind of have that virtual high five thing where you see a woman at a bike park, or you see a woman on the trails, and you think, like it's great to see other women. And you think, I don't know, when you put all these women together, you think, oh, great, look at us. Like, we're a group of women kind of especially like the other thing that it led to was being able to enter events together. So we've been doing Chase the Sun for a number of years now. And like one of the first years we did it in the north, we were just this big pack of women kind of coming through, and men were kind of turning and being like, where's all these women come from? Because it's normally one woman with like a group of
Yeah,
men in general, but like we were all women kind of riding through together. And it was quite nice, that feeling of being like, yeah, like,
yeah, empowering.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's lovely. So tell us all about the weekend. You know, what happens each day, what people can expect, what, yeah, tell us all about it. What your elevator pitch for it, I suppose. Sell it to our listeners.
So, what I'm trying to do is reach as many people as possible. So I want to have the beginner cyclists all the way through to the experienced cyclists and make it a space that anyone can come and be a part of. Like whether you've got a bike or whether you don't even have a bike, you can come to the World Weekender. It's really about coming, meeting people. So on the Friday, we're going to have a solo rider meetup, really trying to encourage people to come. One of the feedback things we had last year was people came on their own and they loved it because it's all women. It's
Yeah,
easier to kind of like break those barriers of not feeling like you're turning up on your own and you don't know anyone. Like everybody's really welcome and really encouraging to kind of ride with each other and meet each other, and get everybody involved, which is really nice.
yeah,
And then, yeah, so Friday night, we're going to have a talk about bikepacking, predominantly on the stage. So tips and tricks. And then also we've got Off-Camber coming to do a maintenance check. So they will be there offering bike maintenance, but also advice. And they're going to do a talk about how you would do basic checks on your bike, how you could change a tire, like some things like that, like really kind of not basic, but simple kind of things that could give people tools to give them confidence to go out on their own is like a thing that I find a lot of women struggle with when they say, oh, I'm not sure about riding on my own because what if I have a puncture and I can't fix it? Or what if this happens? But being able to give those people tools that actually then give them confidence to ride
yeah.
more is really, really good. And so that's our kind of focus for Friday. We've got a brilliant food vendor coming, and we've got wood-fired pizza. We've got the wood-fired
That was
sauna.
delicious last year.
Um,
The fried pizza was, yeah, top notch.
they're really good. So they're Italian slash Spanish. So they're
It's
like
like tapas
best of both.
toppings and stuff, wasn't it? It was
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah, tapas was so good. And yeah, we got wood-fired sauna as well, and then stand-up paddleboarding. So that's kind of encompassing Friday. It's turning up from 2, 3 o'clock, and then just kind of setting up your stuff. And really, it's a kind of hangout evening where you're just kind of getting feet, seeing the beautiful space. So the space of the site is on a field, and it's surrounded by water. So it's called the island, and it's surrounded by water, and it's got a beautiful weir where it's really safe and you can walk in the weir, and you can kind of go under the waterfall, and then you can go into the wood-fired sauna, which is really good. And then Saturday is our predominant ride out day. So we've got anything from beginner rides. So we're actually partnering with Reed Bikes this year. So they're going to bring a load of demo bikes. So
That's exciting.
people can come and then just book out a bike for 2 hours, and it's free and you can ride along the trailway. We've got the North Dorset Trailway, which is the old railway line that connected Bournemouth to Bristol. And that's beautiful trailway. And for the beginner kind of cyclist, there's so many just really nice flat trails that you can go along and see cafes and pubs and just have a really cruisy time if that's what you want. And then from that, we've elaborating on that, we've next stage up, we've kind of got guided rides. So if you want to go a bit further and you want a bit of support, you can sign up to our guided rides where we've got ride leaders taking routes up to 50 kilometers in the local area. We've got beautiful hill forts and really nice range of kind of mountain bike and trail riding and gravel riding. And then for the mountain biker, we've got links with the Oakford Bike Park. And what they're offering is mountain bike sessions on the park. So that will be paid directly to the bike park, but they are running uplifts, half day, full day, and coaching sessions for 3 hours. So if you're wanting to learn more about mountain biking, or you're more of a mountain biker where you say, actually, I really want to come, bring my mountain bike, and I want to do the uplift, great. It's really good. So it's kind of covering people from that aspect. And then the next kind of rides up from that are longer gravel rides. So what I'm going to do this year is I'm planning routes to the beach. So like I talked about, that further afield is that you can get to Wareham Forest and you can get to the beach, all on beautiful trailways. And some of it is a bits of field, but mainly it's really nice gravel tracks. So you can get to Wareham Forest, and from Wareham Forest you can get to Stedland. Bit of sand, bit of kind of off-road trails, and then you can get the chain ferry across to Bournemouth and Sandbanks, and then you kind of there's a route all the way back through Wimborne and then back to the site. So that's 100 kilometres. And then
Nice little one for people.
there's another one, if people are really wanting further, is 150 kilometres, which will take you across the Purbeck Ridgeline, which is stunning, really hilly, and more technical for people who really want to push to the higher extreme. So anything from 20 kilometres to 150 kilometres is kind of
Wow.
what we're offering. We're also partnering with Bella Velo from London, who are a women's cycling group, and they are going to bring some ride leaders to lead road rides. So I'm actually planning a lot of road rides as well. So we're trying to appeal to everyone, because it's really about getting women together and sharing the love of two wheels. So we have some amazing road rides around here. We've got some really big, decent hills with good views, small roads, not big roads. And yeah, we can also take those all the way to Wareham Forest. So, and then off onto the coast. And our food vendor is actually this year going to come out to Wareham Forest. So you can book your lunch through them and have your lunch stop at Wareham Forest.
Fantastic. So not having to carry any extra bits with you. Well,
No,
because
yeah.
this
So
is it. Not
yeah,
turning up at a cafe. It's not. It
yeah,
can take time, can't it? So if they're not prepared for you, so that's fantastic
yeah.
to offer
So
people.
one of the things is you can pay £1 and you can have your lunch delivered. So if you are specific on what you want, that's fine. You can give it to the food vendor and they'll bring it to the lunch shop, or you can book your lunch through them. But these are for the further afield, bigger rides only. And then for the smaller rides, they are going to be like local cafes and
Yeah.
local stops. So if you're more into going for a cafe ride and you want to do more of a local scenic route, those options won't have that, because I'm just trying not to overwhelm cafes, but
Yeah.
smaller groups will be up to 8 people per ride leader, so they can go and find some
Yeah.
nice little cafes, and they're more one to one, like not one to one, but one leader to 8 people. Whereas all the bigger rides, they're going to be GPX files,
So
and they're
anyone
going to
can go
be,
at any time, and yeah.
yeah, more of a rally style where people can go out, but we'll have volunteers spread out through the field, so people will be there to help, and we have a broom wagon to pick people up if they ever
Oh,
get into a point where they need picking up. That's also,
I think there was one point last year where because the weather wasn't great last year, it only on the day that we rode.
I know.
I didn't ride the second day. I stayed with all my gear and packed away and took my time doing that. But the day that we all rode out, I think it was longer than we expected, and I think there was different levels of abilities in our particular group. So we ended up cutting off a corner a little bit to get to, because we were all desperate for a bit of cake and a
Yeah,
coffee.
yeah,
So, or a cup of tea. So we were able to cut off, but that was really good because the routes were there. They were easy to find, easy to navigate. I mean, I've never done anything like that before, and it was easy enough to do. So it's definitely accessible for everybody to do that for sure. And it
yeah,
sounds like you've listened to feedback a lot and made those changes, which is great, especially to have that amazing, because the event was great the first year, but to then improve it even further is just, so great for all to incorporate as many women as possible into it, isn't it?
yeah. It's interesting. I think the biggest feedback I had was people wanted more gravel riding.
Mm.
So that's what I've tried to encompass, and also they wanted to go further. So it was interesting to see that, but obviously this year could be completely different. So I'm really still trying to focus on having beginner rides, being able to have lead rides, and people who might just want to kind of go up and down the trailway, find a little pub, find a cafe, everything from that to the more extreme rides where you can do 100, 150 kilometers, and you can push yourself and find a group of people who want to do those distances
Yeah.
with you. And the thing I made a mistake of last year was trying to fit too much in. So I had the yoga in the morning, and then we had maintenance turn up to see if you wanted to have your bike checked before heading out. And really, the rides didn't start till 10. And I think that meant also with the bad weather and stuff, I think people found cafes and hid for a lot longer than they wanted to. And the kind of day got away with ourselves a bit more. Whereas actually this year, I'd really like to say, you can start at 7, 8 o'clock on the rally routes and head out. If you find a group and you want to go, there's no reason that people can't start early and come back at like 2, 3 o'clock and hang out and just enjoy the live music and the wood-fired song
Yeah.
and stand-up paddleboarding. I think by putting yoga in the morning, also people were then having to rush from yoga, go and get their bikes, and then they want their bikes checked. So this time you come and you check your bikes over on Friday. You've done all of that. You're all prepared. You've done your yoga Friday evening, which is really nice, and then set out early. And we'll have another yoga session in the evening, but not in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? Because generally you want to get out and get it done and then come back and relax, don't you?
Yeah,
Not that
yeah,
you want to get it over and done with, but you want to
yeah,
definitely, you feel like you've wasted half the day, don't you, if you don't set out till like 10, 11 o'clock.
yeah. Oh, the other thing I haven't mentioned is I actually have managed to speak to a local physio, which is Birchwood Physios, and they're going to come, and from 2 till 8 p.m. they're just giving free massages to everyone, which is pretty amazing.
Ah, that's
Yeah.
fantastic.
I know. So I think there's going to be a big queue for that. But
Yeah,
anyway, they're going to set up a few
between
beds.
that and the pizza and then the hot sauna.
Yeah, yeah. So it's
I
a
don't know what to do.
yeah, exactly. So you're like, do I go on the long ride or do I go on the short ride to get back in time for a nice massage and good food? And yeah, we've got some really good talks as well this year, which is really exciting.
Amazing. I'm definitely going to be going to I love the talks. I normally miss that sort of thing because I'm normally setting up or packing down or doing something. So I really enjoyed Claire's talk last year about bike packing and solo bike packing. But I will definitely be going to the bike park, I think. So I'm happy to go with a group of women to do that, to put that out there as well, which I'll
Great.
make more available on our website and closer to the time and everything. But the, there seems to be less and less women's events. Like I've not really been to an event that includes all disciplines. Like it's quite often gravel or mountain biking, or I've never been to a road cycling event. I'm not
Mm.
Road cycling events seem to just be races.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I've not. It's not my. I've not road cycled for probably 8 or 10 years. But why do you think events like this are so important for women in cycling?
I think that I think it's really great to have a women's focus event because it brings people who are under less confident to come to these things, and then they can build confidence. And then the thing is, they then go to the other events. So it's great. And the other events have great place for it. But being able to start that kind of initial thing where people feel like they can build that confidence and not get put off, and then meet other people and they go, I'm going to this. Do you fancy it? And that's exactly like how the Girls That Ride Bikes has kind of evolved. Like we go to lots of events together, we put it out to the group and we say, we go to this. Does anyone else want to come? And before you know it, you have 10, 15 women all going to one event together, which is really lovely. And we've done that from triathlons where we've been kind of on the course shouting at each other as we pass each other. And yeah, I just think that by creating a safe space at the beginning, it then allows people to build confidence to be able to go to other things. And I've had experiences firsthand where I've turned up to a bike shop ride where they've gone absolutely full pelt and you're just holding onto the back of that group thinking, I
Oh
don't think I
yeah,
belong here. Like
yeah,
I'm not really in for this. I thought we were going for a social ride.
yeah.
Whereas the Girls That Ride Bikes exist to have a no drop policy, to make people feel included, to make people build confidence. And then once they've got their confidence and once they've kind of experienced that, then they're actually going, oh, I'm going to this. Does anyone else want to come?
Yeah.
And then going to mixed events. And I think, we're going to the Stone Circle this year and really trying to represent women in cycling and increasing women participation numbers. And we're going to lead a women's only wave and we're going to do a Friday shakedown ride from our stand. And actually, that's great. Like having mixed events like that are really brilliant. But being able to create that safe space at the beginning is why I think women's specific cycling events have a really good
Yeah.
place.
And it's like you say, it's somewhere that you make friends, you build your confidence because we all get knocked back every so
Yeah.
often, don't we? So it kind of helps. It also helps you then learn other disciplines. Like
Mm.
if you want to go and try gravel or you want to go and try mountain biking because you've been gravel riding and it just opens up that avenue, doesn't it? In a really safe environment where you don't,
Mm.
there's no pressure.
Yeah.
So yeah, totally agree with that.
One of the downsides is that people come to me and say, Ray, you do know that I've ended up with 3 bikes now, and I
Yeah.
always only ever intended to have one. And I'm joining your group. I've now got a road bike, a gravel bike, and a mountain bike.
Yeah. Well, these are the risks you take when
Yeah,
you
yeah.
oh, isn't it? You think you just enjoy mountain biking, but no, no, no.
No.
You just actually enjoy what it brings, which is
Yeah,
freedom, isn't it?
yeah,
And
yeah,
that's
absolutely. Yeah.
it. What do you think holds women back from signing up to your events and demystify that for them if you can?
Yeah, okay. So I think one of the things is, and something I touched on earlier, which is I can't go on my own. And really, we want to break that down and say, yes, do come. And that you can come on your own and you will meet people. And it's incredible. And the feedback we had last year, one of the biggest things was I came on my own and I'm so glad I did. I was
Yeah.
worried about it. I wasn't sure. So I signed up with friends and they all cancelled, but I decided I'm just going to come anyway. And they had a great time. And they said, I'm so glad that they took the confidence to come. And I think it is that people are worried about coming on their own. They're worried about being dropped. They're worried about not being good enough. But that doesn't exist in our events. It's all about come and get involved. No one's going to get dropped, and you're not going to be not good enough. Everyone's welcome at any level. So there's not such thing as not good enough.
That's it. I think that's a worry that we all have, isn't it, at some point, especially when you start a new skill. But I still have that now when I ride with certain people. I think, oh, I'm not feeling strong enough or fit enough to ride with that group of people today. And it's not necessarily a reflection on them, it's more as much of a reflection on myself. But yeah, it was amazing last year how many women came on their own. There was loads, wasn't there? It was really surprising. And everyone made it, there was still plenty of groups as well, don't get me wrong. So if you're still a group, it's worth it, isn't it? But there was loads of women on their own and they just came and made friends, and I'm sure they've made friends for life, and then they've joined in with the chat
Yeah.
is always on the group, isn't it? There's somebody always chatting about something.
Yeah, it's really good, and it's interesting because one of my friends said she was sat in the wood-fired sauna and heard some conversations going on where she was saying someone had said they were from a certain area, and the other people were like, "Oh, I'm from that area," and you just think it's incredible to think that I'm hoping that those people then connected and have met up since and actually started riding with people and maybe have got lifelong friendships as a result from coming to an event, and you just think that's what it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah, that's lovely. That's really nice. Um, do you have any standout moments from last year's event? Anything that kind of shocked you or made you like feel a little, I don't know, a little tear
Yeah.
on my face or like happiness like this?
Well, one of the standout moments is that despite the fact that we had had a glorious summer, the one weekend that we ended up having our festival, peed it down the entire day on Saturday. It's so heavy at points that it was actually really funny. But the thing that stood out to me was that everybody just loved it. Everyone was still having a great time. Everybody was still laughing, almost like finding it so funny that it was so
Yeah.
terrible, like the weather, but still just enjoying it. And it was just like, I think cyclists are a different breed in that
Oh, yeah.
they just go, oh well, it is what it is. Let's just enjoy it for what it is. And actually, that everybody still had a great time, which means that like whether it rains this year, or whether it's gloriously sunny, everyone's still going to have a great time. And that's the biggest fear as an event organizer, that you're going to have a washout and nobody's going to enjoy it. But actually,
Yeah.
I know that people will enjoy it, whether it rains or it's sunny.
Yeah. We definitely had that moment when the rain absolutely pelted us when we were going across one of the fields. And we'd never been so exposed. And the rain, it just came. And I remember looking around to my friend Sean and I was like, what is going on? And it was when I arrived as well. There was showers the day before. When I arrived, I videoed it and sent it to my friend. And I was like, what have I walked into? Like, this is unreal. It's with like desert dry for months, hadn't
I
it? And
know.
then
You literally you couldn't write it. You just people were going, "Are you going to cancel the event?" And I was like, "No, it'll be fine. We'll
A
have
bit of
fun."
rain.
And it was fine, but it was just yeah,
Yeah,
it was just yeah typical that it happened like that after the luck of yeah. I think the
yeah.
weekend before was so dry, people would have almost got heat stroke. It's just like you can't answer it. You can't plan for it in this country, unfortunately. But and then there's the thing that was like the heartfelt moment is the feedback afterwards, like the WhatsApp chat that we created for riders was just phenomenal. Like all of the comments that came in, you were just sat there like, oh my God, this is so lovely. Like everyone was just like had so much nice things to say, and you just think, this is why we do it. This is why we
Yeah.
exist, and this is makes all of the stress of organizing stuff like worthwhile because people are like having such a great time and giving such great feedback that you go, okay, we got to carry on. We got to do this again.
They went away happy, didn't they? For sure. They really enjoyed it. That was, yeah. You could see that 'cause I'm on the Facebook group, the WhatsApp group, sorry, and you could just see everyone like it was constant. My
Yeah,
phone,
yeah.
it was so nice. So it's so glad that you're doing it again this year. Um, did you see, were there any standout women over the weekend that you saw change so that they turned up not sure and then they left completely like ready to roll?
I definitely think I saw a lot of confidence building, which was
Mm.
so lovely to see. People who had come weren't really sure or nervous build confidence during rides, like in the groups that I was riding in and seeing it around, just confidence building of people who came thinking they weren't very good or they didn't really know if their bike was good enough or had a lot of self-doubt and turned around and were really happy at the end of it. And felt like they wanted to do more. It's always a really lovely feeling when you can kind of see that happening and you can see people, uh, build confidence. I think it was a lot of confidence building going on.
Yeah. What bit? So organise an event is really hard. I know because we organise our own event and it's only one day. It's literally like a 6 hour event and it's free. So there's no like the worst bit is having to ask companies to donate their time and their kind of skills. What's the hardest part that about organising the festival that nobody else would potentially understand?
I think it's just keeping on track of all the logistics. Like, I think I work as a marketing consultant, so I've got a number of clients I'm working on a weekly basis. So then it's the time that I can give to building this event
Yeah,
alongside my self-employed career. And so putting in the hours and trying to logistically manage everything so everything keeps ticking along.
yeah,
It's quite easy to think the event is in July, but actually the work that's continually going on week by week.
constant, isn't it?
I
Yeah,
have I can't ever go a week without doing something. Like I need to be doing something that's like I need to just respond to that or I need to put that one in place. And then the steps to
Mhm.
recording. And you just like that part of it where you just put in the hours and hours of time to try and like yeah, when you think it's just one event one weekend, but actually I'm doing stuff all the way throughout the year to
Yeah,
try and build on that, but also tell people about it. It's really hard. Like even like coming onto the podcast, I can chat really easily about what's going on. But when it comes to actually saying things like, "We've got free massage, and we've got
yeah,
Roanna for 2 days this year, and we've got an amazing food vendor that's going to take your lunch to the lunch stop," and then it goes, and then we've got this, and we've got this, and we've got
yeah, it's
bikes
constant.
coming, and like, and you go, how do I say all of this? Like, and how do I communicate all of this? To everyone, and it's like trying to do email communications, trying to do Instagram. Does everybody
Yeah,
see
it's never
that?
just one thing, is it? It's so many little devils of things
Mm,
to do.
yeah.
Yeah, and making sure that everyone gets the information because you don't want people to miss anything,
Mm,
do you, I suppose? Because you don't want someone to not come because they haven't got a bike.
yeah,
You want them to
exactly.
know that they've got bikes that they can use.
Yeah, and
Um,
then people asked last year, what bike do I bring? And I think you can bring as many bikes as you want. You can come and do a road ride, a gravel ride, and a mountain bike ride. You can sign up to the mountain bike coaching on Saturday and do a really nice gravel ride on Sunday. So any route that you don't do, you can do on the next day. And we will organise groups of women going out doing those routes. So whereas the mountain bike coaching will only be available on Saturday, that's the only thing. So I would
yeah,
tailor
you have to
towards
sign
that.
them around.
like you were saying about doing that kind of thing, but actually then the
Mm.
Sunday going and doing one of the gravel rides. But I
Yeah,
guess that's a challenge in its own right, is bringing enough bikes.
that's it. Yeah, if you've only got like I only have one bike now, so
Mm,
I'll be if I want to do a gravel ride, it's either on my full sus or be taking advantage of the reed bikes.
yeah,
But then that option is there, which is fantastic. It means you don't have to bring extra bikes with you.
yeah,
So
exactly.
that leads quite nicely onto my kind of almost penultimate question, which is, what are your top tips for getting the most out of the weekend? So like 2 or 3 tips that would just mean that you'll go and have the best time and get the most out of it.
I'd say get there early on Friday, set up your base. I would choose which routes that you like the look of and come and chat to us and find out more information. And then, yeah, just trying to find what's tailored to you. So, what type of ride that you're most interested in, and being able to, yeah, just make sure that you've got a plan of what you want to do. So, get your bike
Yeah.
checked out on Friday, come and have a chat to us, maybe come to a solo meetup if you're on your own, meet other people, find that little group of people that you want to ride with, and then really just try and enjoy it. Come and have a nice massage and a sauna,
Yeah.
do some stand-up paddleboarding, and yeah, I think just knowing what's on the program and just making the most of it, making the most of everything that's there. The other thing actually I forgot to mention is that I've been really trying hard to work with adaptive mobility and also trying to work on the adaptive side. So we've got Casey Gemma, who is an adaptive rider.
I
And
love following her on Instagram. I've not
yeah,
met her yet. So I'm
oh, so
you're
she's coming
oh,
to the festival and
oh,
she's going to do a
fantastic.
talk and she's also leading an adaptive ride. So we've got a great company locally to us called Adaptive Mobility, and they build adaptive bikes and they're willing to come and give demo bikes for people who want to try that. And then you can ride with Casey, and we can come up with a completely adaptive route. No styles, just making sure that everything's catered for. And Becky, one of our ride leaders, actually works as a physio for adaptive riders, and she works in like an adventure center where she tries to kind of facilitate different adventure programs and stuff. So she's going to be vital to being able to support that. So we've actually got her supporting riders as well, which is amazing. So we've got Casey and Becky, who's great to support. So it's yeah, I'm really hoping that we can really push to that audience as well, and actually there's a space they can come and try it and get involved and
Yeah.
not feel like it's restricted to able-bodied riders. Like it's
That's
open to everyone.
phenomenal to be able to do that, to open it up. You really have covered off everything, really, haven't you? You've thought about everything, so that's fantastic. That will really open up to loads of other riders. So that's fantastic to read as well. Um, and the tips have been fantastic as well. It sounds like it's going to be such an amazing event.
Oh, well, thank you.
We can't wait. I really liked it last year. It was my downtime event last year, so I'm really looking
Oh,
forward
good.
to it. Coming in this year, I literally just come to enjoy myself.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah.
So I've got some quick fire questions for you now, which is what I've been doing with some of our other guests. So, road, gravel, or mountain bike?
That's too hard. I love them all. I love them all in their own way. And each year I'll say, nope, I'm a mountain biker. Nope, I'm actually starting to say I am a bit of a roadie as well now. I like going fast and I like going on the roads at times. And I also really like gravel. So I can't pick.
Pick a third of each.
Yeah, split me down 3 ways.
Your favourite place you've ridden, like ever?
New Zealand.
Well, New Zealand, amazing. We had that yesterday from our
Ah,
guest yesterday, Claire. I feel like I need to have a trip to New Zealand now.
so beautiful and such good trails. It's incredible.
There's so many places though that want to go over the world. Maybe that's something to add into the school
Yeah,
holidays for the kids. Um, Clips or flats?
clips,
Uplift or pedal when you do mountain biking?
uplift.
Who
She did all
pedal?
runs. Like, maximize the down.
Maximize the fun, yeah.
Yeah.
And then finally, one word to describe the girls at Ride Bike Weekender.
God. Community.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. I think that's a really good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that kind of concludes all of my questions about the event. Is there anything else that you wanted to let us know about the event? Where can people book on?
So the website is girls.ridebikes.com. So you can buy your tickets through there. We've got an Instagram page, which is also Girls That Ride Bikes, so you can find out more information on there. And yeah, come along. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Bring your gals, like, come down as a group or come on your own. Like, everyone welcome. And yeah, if you don't have a bike, it doesn't matter. Just come. If you're not even interested in cycling and you just want to come and be inspired and you want to do some stand-up paddleboarding, and get involved in, the wood-fired sauna, there's actually really good hikes around where we are. So we've got some really beautiful old Roman hill forts. So we've got Hambledon Hill and Hod Hill, and they're right at the foot of where we are. So actually, you don't even need to be a cyclist. Like, you could be a runner, you could be into hiking. It's about just coming and getting involved. And actually, even if you don't like riding your bike, you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I've really enjoyed chatting to you. I always enjoy chatting to you. We do have odd little chats, don't we?
Yeah.
And yeah, I will see you in July, at the end of July, ready for your weekender.
Yeah, not long now.
This year's flying by, isn't it? So that's not
Yeah.
going to take long for that's here. So thank you so much for listening or watching Women on the Trails podcast. Keep in touch for more of the same. And you can find all of our Trail Bloom clothes at trailbloom.com. Thanks.